What's going on, guys? My name is Wade with Tech Daily. So if you have an Apple TV and have been unhappy with the remote that comes with it, you're certainly not alone. Apple's touch-controlled Siri remote is difficult to use for one. The swipes and scrolls are consistently inconsistent and very imprecise with the on-screen actions. It's also way too small, it's made of glass, so if you drop it, it'll literally shatter, and half the time I honestly can't even tell which way is up when I hold it. Fortunately, Function101 makes an alternative Apple TV remote that's bigger, easier to use, pairs seamlessly with the Apple TV, and has good old physical buttons like every remote control should. This remote obviously mimics the classic TV-style remote control that I think most people are familiar with and comfortable with. It's big, probably like 50% taller than the regular Apple TV remote and 5 times as thick, so it's easy to hold and far less likely to get lost in the couch cushions. It's powered by 2 regular AAA batteries that last forever. You don't have to worry about plugging it in to charge it. And what's really cool is that this remote actually just works right out of the box. There's no setup required. It's a simple IR or infrared remote control, so as long as your Apple TV is within the line of sight of the remote itself, you're good to go. The button remote controls the volume, mute, and power of your TV, soundbar, or receiver. It works with Samsung products, like a Samsung TV out of the box. The only setup that might be necessary is to just program your TV or receiver's volume and power functions. To program your TV, soundbar, or receiver, it's really easy to do. Just press menu and OK for 3 seconds to enter setup mode. And for TVs, press the P up or P down arrow to scroll through the TV devices, or the up or down buttons by the OK button to program the volume controls for your receiver or soundbar. When it's all paired up, you can control your Apple TV just as you would the Siri remote, but now you have nice tactile physical buttons to use instead. You get this nice little card that outlines all the button functions, but it's pretty self-explanatory. You've got your menu button, which takes you back home, up, down, left, and right navigation buttons for browsing through everything, volume, mute, control center, app switching, and what I consider to be the most valuable set of buttons, playback controls. So instead of trying to swipe through a movie or TV show on the Siri Touch remote or the Apple TV remote on your phone, which also never works, you could just press and hold the fast forward or rewind buttons to scrub through whatever you're watching. It's nice and easy. The buttons are big, very responsive rubber buttons that are easy to feel for, and the whole surface of the remote actually feels nice too. It's sort of a rubbery texture for grip. The remote is also an old school infrared IR remote, so as long as you can point at the Apple TV and your actual TV set, you can control everything from the show you're watching to the soundbar you may have connected and even the receiver. The only thing this remote doesn't do is activate Siri. There's no mic, so no voice controls, but honestly, I don't think that's a big deal, only because I barely use Siri anyway. This is just a great alternative to the needlessly difficult to use Siri Apple TV remote with those touch controls. It's the perfect old school, easy to use remote control, and I'd highly recommend it. I'm bummed it took me this long to get one, but I'm glad I did. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys later.